I wanted to show you a couple of little bits before we do the greenhouse, because I'm on my way to the post office and thought, while I'm out here, I'll spread some love in the community patch. But as spring starts, new shoots emerge from my deciduous bush. Lovely, lovely. And let's see if we can find any. Hang on. Oh, please let me see some. Now I'm looking. When I don't look, they're all over the place. Aha! This tree is a favourite hangout. For little ladybirds. Okay. So, a little community patch which I am trying to pick up is starting to bloom. So we have a couple of bits coming up. Sorry for the cracking. Spread a couple of seeds. And hopefully Beanie doesn't get in the way of the seeds, because we love him. So what I'm putting down is cornflowers. What are you doing? Weird woman. Right, one more lot. And then we call it a day on these ones. So they will go where they will go. And now I am going where I go through the year. This is globe thistle. Every year it looks like it's died off. It snaps pretty easy. It's dead. You hack it right down to the ground and then you get all the new growth come through. So watch out for this one. And then over in the border, this is one of my favourites. This is spiderwort, and that is a weed, so we'll take the weedy out. And there's another weed, we'll take that weedy out as well. Take the weeds out while we can. Got the root, good. Okay, so this, I really hope it flowers this year, because this is the biggest it's gotten. And this is Scilla. Scilla, Caribbean Jewels. Caribbean, whichever way you pronounce it. This is Geordie Centaura. You'll see some beautiful blooms coming from this. Oh, this one is Dianthus, and this is a Dash Crimson, which, yes, it's kind of a black foliage, but it will look like bright red. Over here, there will be quite a mix, and it's watch out, because what is in this spot? We do have a black grass under there. Black grass. We have one needs to sit up a little bit better. We have 1, 2, 3 very exotic flowers. We have a bloom coming up here. All down here we do have black ball cornflower, and we have a few other little surprises. Yes, we have what looks like a dead thing here right now, but it's not. Keep an eye on it. So that's the border. something that looks pretty dead, but you look closer and there is life. And there's also other life. But there's life. Now we're going up the garden. I've gotten some new compost. Now I'll get through about 5 of those a year, which all happens in spring and summer. Yes. Now let's feed the birdies while we're here. Good. Right. Let's get on with what we're doing today. Okay. So last week we did some potting up. I haven't watered more than once since then, so I'll be giving them a water today. As I expected, there won't be any growth yet. Although I see green. I see trees of green. Red roses too. I see them bloom. For me and you. Right. Oh, can't do this one-handed. But I do see green. Look at that. So the Argarita mink we can now uncover. And it can go back there. But it no longer needs a little sleeping bag. We need to give these a little water, but be careful because lavender is a drought loving plant. Now these popped up this week. Now all of this was just that in the pot, and I couldn't pull it out without pulling the entire lot out, so I just left it. This is the first time growing these. See the furs? Now the reason why I've got these in the same pot as my bunny tails is because we've got fuzz. Oops, sorry bunny tail. And we've got fuzz with some snail stuff on, so we're going to have to look for that. But they're fuzzy too, so I've got 2 fuzzies. Now this is vulgaris, rotoglocke, pulsatilla, and these are bunny tails. Got to be careful with this that it doesn't rot, which is slowly starting to do, so I've got to be really, really careful. So what's up the top? This is starting actually. This is a dianthus, and they're starting to get little flower buds on it, and that didn't do anything last year, bar grow to about there. So to see that it's now got flower buds on it, it's lovely to see. This, I'm going to have to take some grass out of this because this should not have grass in it. And we don't want unwanted stuff because unwanted stuff means less room for what you want to grow. Okay, so let's have a look at the stuff that we're keeping moist. See if there is anything. Nothing. Oh, look, here you go. Black peony, we have sprouters. Sweet pea Wiltshire Ripple, sprouters. Sweet pea Henry Cecil, sprouters. That's really good. I don't know if there's a sprouter in here or not. It looks green, but that might be mould. No, it's not. Lobelia, Crystal Palace. They are tiny little seedlings. So that can now come out of its sleeping bag. That's brilliant. So what I'll do is I'll swap a couple of these over so that all the sprouters, all the ones that have germinated, are all in the same spot. everything else. I've got another one. Sunflower giant has sprouted. That's brilliant. And now what I will do is I'm going to put you up here. And it's a shame I can't turn the camera because, you know, or maybe I can. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to take one of these and I'm going to take this. This is really handy for me, and I am so thankful that I found out about them as well as managed to get one. So this is going to help with this, the window. So right now it has a manual open closer. This is an automatic open closer. As of normally Halloween, last week of October, this comes off the window and goes into the bottom of the fridge and it stays there. That kind of helps reset the thermostat in it and give it a break, give it a calm down. When it comes to spring, it needs to go back on the window because that allows air to get in and things not to get too hot. So I better get to it, huh? Can she move? Can she move? I heard you, pigeon. You have to wait till I've gone until you eat the food. Okay. So that's the manual off. Being very careful not to lose the screws. Now, can I remember which way this goes on? I think so. Can she? I don't even know. Obviously not. I mean, is it that? No, it's that. I think it's that way. Let's be fair, I will be pausing this video and going and having a quick nosy on Google because I forget every year. It's not that way. There we go, that's the way it happens. Okay. Or is it? Do you know what? I'm going to pause it now because I'm already a little bit. Give me a minute. Well, I got less than halfway down the path and I went, you do remember, Lisa. You do. Just remember, push through. So that's what I'm going to do. Kind of semi-remember having to force this on last year. So I'm going to force it on this year. What I can't remember is if I actually put the screws. Ugh, there's a corpse in here. Ugh. What I can't remember is, no, I didn't. Okay. Whether I put the actual screws through the screws on the window or not. Some you do. This one I can't because the screws are too big and I'm not making the holes any bigger. So these do have like buffer plates with them, which you use to help grip a window ledge if you can't put a screw through the screw hole. So it's very, very handy. And then you tighten it up to tighten the buffer up. So let's get that first one on. And we'll tighten it up. Like so. And the other really good thing for me with this is because I can't come here every single day and open to give the plants air, or if it's a particularly hot day, if I'm having a really bad day, I don't have to worry too much because this really does save the lives of a lot of my plants, and I'm so, so grateful for it. It's an expensive bit of kit, but it's a bleeding great investment. Now, does that one go through? I'm guessing not. But you will see this in action over the weeks. It's not warm enough for it to automatically open now, but there's a little knobble on the end here, which I will show you. And yeah, I do a lot of that. I do a lot of it. So, just, I wish I could see. Just on there is a little temperature knobble thingy, and you twist it. You twist it until it opens at your desired temperature. So if you come out here, you fit your arm and it's a roasting day and it's not open, you twist that a little bit, you leave it for a few minutes, see if it opens. If it doesn't, you twist it another little bit, and you keep doing that until it opens at the right temperature that you want, and it will do that forevermore until you change it again. So I don't touch that, but that will open when it needs to. So what else have I got to show you? Well, to film in here in the summer, but for you guys I'm going to try so hard. So one thing I want to do this week is do this, and you're like, well, do what? Well, you'll find out in a minute. Oh, there's some more green. Oh, there's some more green. There's some more green, people. There's some more green. Something else can come out the sleeping bag. Takashantiri. And I don't know if I'm seeing things, but this might have green on it as well, but I'm not overly sure. No, it has got a couple of green bits, but they're for part of the compost, so we'll tighten that up again. Oh, my lavender little lady. So that can go up here. Okay, I'm going to do some watering, and then we'll do a plant up. And someone does like waiting. For anyone that missed it last year, Beanie has a love of rainwater. So always keep a bottom tray thingy. And then at some point she will come in and she'll have some. But for now, I'm going to do some potting up. So, because I can't see anything, I hope that you'll be able to see here, because this is where I'm going to work. So let's get going. Okay, so I've just gotten a pot of fresh compost. It is peated, which I'm not overly keen on using, but for this purpose it can be bypassed. Amazing that I have a root and no thingy. Right, so that you can see, I'll just quickly move these out of the way. And then this is what I'm going to basically be using. So I'm going to show you how this started, because I'm going to start a fresh one. And all I did okay, and in it goes. And that is now going to be a new one. Bear with me, I'm just going to go scrape this out. Okay, so that's one, and now that will sit. The tray will actually be filled with water, so it'll be kept moist, and that's it. That's all that's going in there. So now that can be put into the garden where I'm wanting it to go. And it is Segina, and it's like it's almost like a moss grass, but this is absolutely brilliant for lawns because it grows really quickly. It's forever green, and if any of it dies down, it's easily replaced. It's absolutely brilliant. So I've actually got another one here, and it spreads not a great deal, but it's about 50 centimetres in a circular thingy. And it keeps mainly on the top, so it's not deep rooted, which is really, really handy. So I'm going to go and get another pot. Okay, so I've just gotten another 2 pots. So one of them actually had something in that I hadn't emptied out properly yet. So I ripped out the first like inch or so. It was already moist, thankfully, so I didn't have to water it. And I've put fresh on top. And let's take that bit. So it's almost just rip it out, really. I'm going to do two bits for this part. Two bits. And over the weeks we'll see what happens. So there's that one. Now that one can go in the garden. And I will say it was destroyed by cats. I had 7 of them, and they all got weed on by cats constantly. Now they recover fairly quickly, but let's face it, if you're weed on constantly, how long will it be before you give up and just go, okay, I'm done now? So thankfully this is a really, really easy one to pot up. So that can go in the garden now. So that's good. So the only thing I haven't done is give the trays of water. Now the trays are polystyrene and plastic. I know that. I'm well aware of that. but it's recycling. These were mainly from the butchers, I think, from the supermarket where I've had meat in them. I've washed them out and I've basically gone, okay, here you go. Let's use them because waste not, want not. And yes, I know you can't see me, but I'm very quickly watering the keep this moist shelf with one hand while I've still got the thingy out. I've still got the bottle out. That can go back where it came from. I don't know why there's a snail in there. It can come out. We don't do snails. And there we go. So, what have we done this week? So, this week we have put in our automatic window opener. We've watered everything up there. We have found little germinators, which is excellent news. Given everything else a little water. We've potted up some Segina. I can never remember how to pronounce it. Segina. I knew once upon a time. This is another exotic plant that will be going out the front. In fact, I'm going to put that out the front today. And here she comes. As long as she's happy. We've taken off some sleeping bags, which is good news. Keep an eye on that. Definitely keeping an eye on that. That isn't dead. I know that looks it. Watch Beanie's tail. I know this looks it. But there is life. It's finding it, but there's life on there. So that will come back nicely. This, everything's growing nicely. Plenty in there. And this little guy, oh, he's a tough little one. He says bye-bye. He's gone. Don't do snails. We don't do snails. So, oops, that's it for this week. Glad to see some germinators so soon. It's really encouraging. You in the garden? What are you doing?